we have already gone through the voices raised against child labor because of these facts that child labor has given a lot of things, has given a lot of programs such as slavery, child trafficking, labor bondage, serfdom, and so on. But I think that there are also some positive aspects of child labor. I think that every person that is under the age of 18 is a child. And it's not always a thing that is bad. There have also been, it has been said that the child labor things should be boycotted. And many such things have been done. But it has been studied that if child labor has been removed, these children move to more bad things such as prostitution and agriculture for the products. I'm going to talk about the Child Labor Defense Act and its results. It was introduced in the US and implemented in the whole world by the UN. Due to this, 50% children in Bangladesh were removed from the garment factories, and it was seen that these children moved to stone crushing, street hustling, and prostitution. The thing that we need to consider that child labor is not considered bad in every part of the world. If you look at the developed countries, there are strict rules and regulations that are followed, and that makes it a positive thing in many cases. We can take the example of Virginia labor law on working hours. It states that any child under the age of 14 can't work on a school day more than 3 hours and can't work more than 18 hours in a week.
Not good.
The next thing that I'm going to discuss is there are some countries that can't work without children working in their countries. Next please. Such as these businesses, children can do them fast and they are more reliable in such cases. These children also prove to be a cheap source of labor. This increases the business profits and great political power cause they give a boost to the economy of a country. There are some countries in the world that their production is highly dependent on the child labor. We can take the example of China and Vietnam. We all know about the products given by China. We see that they are the main contributors in the world market these days. These children working has resulted in cheap prices of many things, and it has also made consumers in developed countries theoretically pay less for the goods which they purchase from them. The other good thing about child labor is that the children get a practice for their future jobs. Some children, when they are given the repetitive works, they get used to it and they can do it better in their future. There are some jobs that need sensitivity, and sometimes due to their small size they can do it better. For example, in this mine, how can you imagine a person who is 6 feet tall to enter into this store? They need children to do this work. Next. The next good thing about child labor is that sometimes it involves teamwork, and teamwork itself is a good thing. Children who work in groups have good sense of responsibility and control in a working environment. They become more flexible when they grow older, and they can adjust into different jobs easily. These jobs can help children to grow confident. When they are put into the environment, they get interaction with all the people, and this helps them to grow confident. There are some techniques that are very useful for the mind as well, such as the handworks. Handwork teaches children to be more creative. It has positive effect on the development of cognitive thinking. Working is not always a bad thing. Many things can only be learned while working. We can take the example of using different machines. if you can't use them, if you don't use them, you can't learn how to use them in future. There are many benefits of working part-time for students. According to the statistics, in 2002, 7 million part-time workers worked in the UK, and highest number of these workers were students and mothers. These are helpful in making them pay their fees and all their dues as well. Putting children into work at small ages make them respectful to the environment. When a child works in a small business, in a small work, like as a salesman, he will respect the other people working in that place, and he will not think that he is superior to them. The best thing about child labor in some cases is that it's fun, because there is no sense of competition in that. You just need to work for yourself, and sometimes it's just your own choice of doing it. Now, the next thing that we are going to see is that if we remove child labor from the world, my friend said before this that we should put adults into doing some jobs, but this will make food and clothing prices increase by 20%, and 20% growth in prices will have an impact on the economy of the world. There are many countries which cannot resist this 20% increase, and they will drastically be affected. Yeah. The only way that we can take this child labor and make it more productive is that laws should be implemented in all parts of the world, and these laws should clearly define all the aspects of child labor. The next thing is that developed countries should invest in the poor countries and education sector and help them around. Thanks.